There are guests that are wanted and there are guests that are unwanted. And so I'm afraid I have to go to the dark side. These are sort of unwanted guests. And it's like the cedar siding on my house. A woodpecker decided it was going to live there because I had worms in my cider. Who knew? Anyway, and this thing pounding on the wall, it was hard to sleep. So they told me to take a Baker Square aluminum tin and put it up against where the holes were, and the woodpecker went away. Okay, I was a single mom, so one of the guests I was really afraid of was someone breaking into my house to steal my kids. Now, if they knew my kids, they'd never want to steal them. But you don't know that from the outside. So I kept my number one wood, because it's my heaviest club, next to the side of my bed. And thankfully, I never had to use it. But another unwanted guest that I have carried guilt for a lot of years was a mouse that was in my kitchen. And the mouse would run from the dishwasher to the refrigerator. It was winter, it was freezing outside. And when we pulled the dishwasher out, there was a whole stack of my dog's food. Now, my dog is a big dog, so the kernels of the dry food were bigger than this mouse. And so I'm beginning to attribute character to this mouse, and that it actually carried this stuff. They also had a stash behind my refrigerator. So this is cold outside, so they're going from the dishwasher to the refrigerator, and if this doesn't sound like mouse menopause, so I know that this mouse is a woman because she's going from hot to cold, from hot to cold, from hot to cold. So I called in Orkin. And Orkin comes and they put out all of this poison. And my dog was big and couldn't catch anything. So this mouse would fly back and forth in the kitchen, never left the kitchen, didn't know how I cook, so I think that he was in for a surprise that there was never anything that was good to eat there except my dog's food. And pretty soon, the mouse is starting to list, like the Titanic. And it's walking more slowly, and I know that it's being poisoned. And I start thinking about this mouse that carried all this food, that was determined to live, that came in from the cold, and I'm poisoning it. Now I don't know if PETA has a thing about ethical treatment of mice, but they're mammals. They're just like me. They have a mammal brain. They don't eat their young, although I did think about eating mine once in a while. But the thing is that I killed it. And was this the thing that I wanted to teach my kids? Or should I have trapped it and put it outside? And I'm fairly certain that I'm still on PETA's list even these many years later.